Hi everyone, I'm Sue Berry. I'm a product manager in mobile for Salesforce. And today's demo focuses on building mobile-ready experiences with Lightning Web Components. Salesforce provides key tools and guidelines to help you successfully verify that your Lightning Web Components run as expected everywhere, and especially that they work well on mobile devices. There are two new tools available based on how you want to test for mobile. Using mobile previews, developers can preview their Lightning Web Components locally before they are ready to publish them to a Salesforce org. Using simulator builds of the Salesforce mobile app, you can easily verify that your Lightning Web Components work with other components within Salesforce. You can test on many different types of devices without having all those devices on hand. Let's take a look at the demo. Here I am in Microsoft Visual Studio Code. I am looking at a Lightning Web component that I have already started developing. It's a Lightning app launcher that displays apps in a grid view. It displays apps that our users interact with most often. And as I continue to develop it, I want to preview it locally for both desktop and mobile. I want to make sure my users get the best experience everywhere. Okay, let's preview what I have so far. I'll go over and I right-click in the pane and I select Preview Component locally. And I see new previews available to me, obviously the desktop preview, but I also see the Android emulator preview and the iOS simulator preview. First, I'll preview on desktop browser. Okay, here I have it in the desktop browser. I can see my 3 apps that I've created and they're all lined up as expected. Looks good. Now, let's go back to Microsoft VS Code and preview locally for mobile. I right-click again in the pane and select Preview Component locally. And this time I'll choose Use iOS Simulator. I already have the iOS simulator running to the right of my VS Code, and the component is launched in the simulator and visible for me to preview. I actually also see that it displays differently for mobile. Let's continue to update this component. I want to add another app to this grid component. I am adding a Work.com app since most of the employees will be using this daily as we transition back to the office. I already have this code available, and so I'll just grab that and insert it directly into the existing component. Let's preview my changes. Once I save my changes, I love that the changes are instantly reflected in the previews. The changes look great on both the desktop browser and for mobile. Now I'm ready to publish this component to a page in Salesforce and see how it looks with other components on my page. I go back to VS Code and I select Push Source to Default Scratch Org. I can see that the app is being sent to Salesforce. Great, it's complete. Now that my component has been successfully pushed to Salesforce, I'll use the Salesforce mobile app in my simulator to see how that component looks on my page with other components. Great, the component looks good and is behaving well on mobile. I can now either continue to tweak the component in VS Code or go ahead and publish it. In this demo, you saw how easy it is to make sure the components you build work well for both desktop and mobile users. With the new mobile tooling available to you, you can test your Lightning Web Components locally on mobile while still in the early development stage. You can also use the simulator builds of the Salesforce mobile app to verify your components work well with other components once published to Salesforce. You can find more information about mobile tooling on developer.salesforce.com.